boy, the Eagles are going to be good. Woo-hoo, the Eagles are good. I can't wait for this season. I'm so pumped.
Yep, the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh, Diva! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody, Lou King Ding back here, and you know what? For 2 days in training camp, we got a ton of stuff going on, not just with the Eagles, but around the league, and we're going to get into it in a second. But before I do that, I have to say a few things. First thing, I have to give a special shout out and thanks to Philadelphia Fan 789. Now, he's been always a good supporter of mine since he's found my channel. I know he's tried to promote me and others, and I just really appreciate everything he does. Now, I was shocked yesterday when I went to a link he gave me to check out, and he basically created a Philly 500 fan page, which shocking to me, you know. But he did it. He put a lot of hard work. It looks really good, and I'm totally honored that he would do that. To spend his time doing that for somebody like me. I mean, you know, I don't deserve that. So I just want to say thank you to him. I'm going to put the link in the description. Check it out. Go check it out. Go sign up for it. It'd be awesome. I appreciate everything you do, buddy. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm humbled. I'm grateful. And, you know, I don't think I deserve somebody to do something like that for me. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And anything you need from me, let me know. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. The other thing is Bad Dog 76. Bad Dog, the Mad Dog, who's flipping out about the Eagles being better than the Giants yesterday. I have to apologize to him because we were supposed to do a beer stream tonight, and we were going to go at it with the Giants and the Eagles, probably talk about NASA and all this sorts of conspiracy stuff. But I'm not able to make it. I have some stuff come up, and I just wanted to apologize to Bad Dog because I was really looking forward to this. Drinking some beers with him, and it is his birthday, so happy birthday, Bad Dog. Everybody, when he does his live stream tonight, go hang out, go give him crap, wish him a happy birthday, and tell him the Giants still stink. Tell him they always stink, and they always will stink, and Eli's got a spaghetti arm. Tell him, but wish him a happy birthday. And Bad Dog, I'm sorry, man. Can't wait to make it up. Hopefully we can do this next week. But definitely, dude, I'm so sorry about not being able to make it. Now, getting into day 2 of training camp, the first thing I got to talk about is the fact that the Eagles just picked up a cornerback, Alex Brown, off of waivers from the 49ers. Now, the Eagles most likely are bringing him in as a camp body. I can't tell you much about him. I haven't studied or really watched. Get up there, hat. I haven't really watched too much. So all I can tell you is he's a cornerback. They say he's very athletic, very quick. I think he's more of a camp body because Cre'veon Leblanc is hurt. Also, Jalen Mills is hurt. And I think they just need somebody to come in, more bodies at camp. So I'm not really expecting anything, but we'll see what he can do. We'll see what he can do. Now, speaking of Cre'veon Leblanc, earlier today, he did not show up for practice. He was not on the field. People were wondering, where is he? And there was a lot of speculation, a lot of trade rumors being flown out there about how he may be getting close to getting traded. This turned out not to be true, according to Jim Schwartz. He is injured, undisclosed injury. They're not going to tell us. They don't have to tell us what it is right now, but he's injured. I don't know how bad. Hopefully nothing too serious, nothing too bad. But Cre'veon Leblanc was not practice, and it was due to injury, not because he's getting traded. At least that's what the Eagles said. So hopefully he'll be okay, because I really like this kid. I really liked everything he did for us last year, and I expect him to give Sidney Jones a real competition in the slot. And by all means, like if he was hurt yesterday after practice, he was joking around with the media and stuff like that, and nobody noticed anything wrong with him. So hopefully it's nothing to be too worried about, but we're going to have to see. Now, speaking of Sidney Jones was the starting nickel corner today, and you had Rasul Douglas and Avonte Maddox starting on the outside. And by all counts, Sidney Jones looks pretty good. From what I'm hearing, he looks like he's got some speed. He looks like he's got a lot of jump. He broke up a pass to Mark and Michelle. And Sidney Jones looks good. And if he can take the next step, I think that's so important for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, here's how I see Sidney Jones. A lot of people haven't liked him. They don't think he's lived up to what he was, where he was picked in the second round. But I don't look at the first year as his first year. When he was sitting out, when he was watching, when he wasn't doing anything, that's not the same as being on the field. So last year, for all intents and purposes, he was on his rookie year. That was his rookie year, and he did go through some injuries last year. And so I got to give the guy time. I got to give the guy time to develop. Now, my hope is that he develops to the point where they put him on the outside and he becomes an outside corner. I think when you're picked in the second round, you need to be an outside corner. And that's what I hope from him. But, if we got to get him going in the slot, if we got to get him going there, then so be it. And from everything we heard, he looked really, really good. And I like I said earlier, I think the Sidney Jones battle with Leblanc is going to be very, very interesting. And so far, Sidney Jones looks really good, and that's very, very important. I'll tell you who looks really good, though. I'll tell you who looks really good. The North Dakota Assassin. Wait, rerun. Oh, boy, I love hearing it. Carson Wentz looks like he's in midseason form. He looks like the MVP candidate we all loved in 2017. He's been showing that. Now, what I was hearing today about Carson was not only is he got a powerful arm and he was throwing dimes and he was throwing it into traffic and he was just absolutely making great passes, but I'm hearing that his movements are a lot better. It looks like he has his first step, that little burst back, something he didn't have last year. And his legs are live, his arm is live, and by all accounts, he looks much more like the 2017 Carson Wentz than the last year's Carson Wentz. And this is important, and I know it's preseason. People are going to say, well, it's only the second day of practice. It's a light practice, and that's true. But I want to hear that. I don't want to hear Carson came out and he looked like he was favoring one knee, or he looks like he's, his back is still bothering, or his arm don't look good, or he looks nervous, or he looks confused. I didn't want to hear anything bad. We should be hearing that he looks like the 2017 Carson. And that's what they're saying, and that's what we want to hear. So all is good on the Carson Wentz front. He continues to impress, and by all counts today, he looked really good. I think he hit his first 8 passes on 7-on-7 drills. So that's very awesome. And Matt Collins finally is practicing. Matt Collins was on the field, made a couple nice plays, and hey, let's see what Matt Collins can do this year. If he can really make this team, I'd be very excited, because I was really high on him after his rookie year. But Matt Collins was back on the field, and that is good news, because he missed all of OTAs, all of minicamp, and this is really the first time he's been on the field in a year. So he looked good. Brandon Brooks, he did some practicing. He didn't do the 7-on-7 drills or anything like that, but he was on the field for the install and doing some of those things. So that's good. Brandon Brooks looks to be recovering and way ahead of schedule. The other thing that stood out to me today was that the Eagles are still using a lot of 12-man personnel. They love using the 2 tight end sets. So they've been having Goddard and Ertz on the field while they have Alshon and Deshaun Jackson on the outside. Now you tell me how you're going to stop this. How are you going to stop this? I'm sorry. The Giants stink. They can't stop it. He's going to destroy them. Okay? Landon Collins can't cover, so we're going to destroy them. And then Dallas's linebackers, they definitely can't cover Ertz or Goddard. Just go look at the tape. They get crushed by the Eagles tight ends, and that's going to happen all year. The 12-man personnel that the Eagles are going to run with those 2 tight ends is deadly. And the Eagles haven't even been working on their red zone yet. Arcega-Whiteside has been kind of quiet because most of the stuff they're working with him right now on is in the red zone. So, man, I'm telling you, because what they're going to do in the red zone is they're going to have both those tight ends out. They're going to have Alshon on one side, and then they're going to take Deshaun out, and they're going to put Arcega-Whiteside on the other outside. And I don't know how you stop that red zone offense. Boy, the Eagles are going to be good. Woo-hoo, the Eagles are good. I can't wait for this season. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped, man. Cannot wait. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys for a second. Because we all know that Zeke Elliott did not show up. Now, all the Cowboy fans last week, this is fake news. He's going to show up. He's going to do the right thing. Well, he didn't. He didn't show up. He is not there. And what does that mean for the Dallas Cowboys? I think you better get ready for a holdout. I would say no need to panic, though. Zeke Elliott does not need to play in the preseason. He doesn't need much training camp. Give him a couple weeks, he'll be good to go. As long as he doesn't start holding out during regular games. When you start missing week 1, when you play the Giants, week 2, and he ain't back by week 1, week 2, week 3, then you need to start worrying. Because without Zeke Elliott, Dallas is in trouble. They're done. But Zeke Elliott, he's holding out. And how are they going to balance it? How are they going to balance it with Zeke and then Dak and who they do first? It's going to be very interesting. Really, really interesting. But, Zeke Elliott is holding out. That is actually truth. A lot of people say it was fake news. It wouldn't happen. Well, it happened. And, hey, we're going to see how it goes going forward. It's going to be interesting. As far as the Eagles go, another good day of practice overall. The Leblanc thing has me a little worried, a little concerned. We'll keep an eye on it and see what his injury really is. Hopefully it's not too serious. My guess is that it's going to be serious enough where he's going to miss some weeks of training camp. But hopefully it's nothing more than that. But we're going to find out. We'll find out much later. And let me say one other thing. I heard Nate Sudfeld had a really good day today. I heard he had a couple bad passes, but overall he's looked pretty sharp too. And that is good news because we just talked about it last week. Nate Sudfeld has to be ready to step in if possible. Not for the playoffs or the whole season, but we're going to need him maybe a couple games here or there. He's got to be ready to go. And by everything I'm hearing, he looks good. And that's pretty much what stood out to me in training camp today. It's still a light practice. They'll get, it'll get more intense as time goes. But right now, I love what we're hearing overall from the Eagles and what's coming out of camp. All good news except for the LeBlanc thing. But with that said, tell me what you guys think in the comment sections. I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.